What to do, YouTube? It is that time of week again. Happy Thanksgiving, by the way. It's a big week for us. A big week considering how all these teams are sitting back and trying to make this push for the playoffs. And the Indianapolis Colts are one of the teams that are on the bubble. Us, the Miami Dolphins on the bubble. Tennessee Titans on the bubble. Baltimore Ravens, they're holding on to that 6th seed right now. But I strongly feel they're going to end up losing that spot. But this is a must win for us, considering how if we could knock the Indianapolis Colts off and they end up having that 6th loss, that puts us in a perfect position to take it over to get in that actual wild card spot. But you saw in the last video where I have strong feelings that we have a good chance of actually winning the AFC East. Now, first I wanted to touch on was the injuries. And Devontae Parker, that was going to be pivotal considering how Leonte Carew and Bryce Butler's snaps were going to increase. Laramie Tunsil, most definitely, he says he's going to play. Juwan James was limited in practice, but most likely he's going to end up playing. So I'm not really concerned as far as the outside, the tackle position, as far as protection for Ryan Tannehill. Also, Ryan Tannehill is back in the starting lineup after 5 games. I'm extremely excited. Ryan Tannehill is undefeated up against Andrew Luck in the 2 times that they played. And also Ryan Tannehill, I'm sorry, Brock Osweiler was just terrible. I know we sat back and touched on this millions and millions and millions of times. Brock Osweiler was just terrible. Could not take advantage of the big play. Like, we had many plays and over the course of the five past weeks where Brock Osweiler has just not been able to hit on the big play. And that goes to show on our offense, like, we haven't scored an offensive touchdown at, like, I lost count with 260 snaps, if I'm not mistaken. So I strongly believe that the Miami Dolphins will end up breaking that streak up against the Indianapolis Colts, because all Indianapolis Colts, they give up a lot of points. They give up a lot of points. I believe they're averaging like 26 points per game that they give up right now. But as far as offensively, looking at the Miami Dolphins, to be honest, we got to get back to that 2016 form. And this is why I know that Brock Osweiler is terrible, because if you look at it, we was averaging over 100 yards rushing with Frank Gore and Kenyon Drake with Brock Osweiler in the lineup. And the key to success for us back when Ryan Tannehill went on that stretch of games in 2016 before he got hurt against the Arizona Cardinals was the fact that we had a consistent running game with Jay Ajayi. We set up the play action pass, the zone read became an option, and that set up that deep pass, the deep balls to Kenny Stills. And like, I feel like that just opens up the dynamic for the Miami Dolphins. So if we can continue that balance of running the ball with Frank Gore, him running hard, Kenyon Drake getting some carries, somehow getting Kalen Ballage involved in the offense, I strongly feel like we can have that recipe again in that 2016 season when we went on that stretch and we began to get a streak going. Now, as far as defensively, I think the key to the Indianapolis Colts' success this year is the fact that offensive line is protecting Andrew Luck. Over the course of Andrew Luck's career, he hasn't had an offensive line to sit back and protect him. He hasn't had a running game. So I feel like this is a make or break. This is make or break for our defensive line. I'm solely going to judge our defensive line for the rest of the year on this game. If we cannot get pressure on Andrew Luck, he will literally pick us apart. And also another thing, Andrew Luck does get rid of the ball fairly quickly. So one player I would like to highlight really is Eric Ebron, because Eric Ebron really stepped up this year as far as being the guy while T.Y. Hilton was gone, while Jack Doyle was gone. But like I said, it is extremely pivotal that our defensive line puts pressure on Andrew Luck, because one thing I do notice about Andrew Luck is the fact that he will turn the ball over. We just have to sit back and take advantage of it. And also, which reminds me, Kiko Alonso, he's 2nd in the league in tackles right now. Now, I touched on this before, but everybody was wanting him to leave this past season. They wanted him to leave. They said he was terrible and all sorts of things. Now, I told y'all the fact that the reason why he was end up playing the way that we played last year, which honestly I did not see that much of a decline in his play from the past 2 seasons, but him moving to that middle linebacker spot to the outside, and now he has a 2nd year on the outside. he's starting to understand it. He's getting it down. Like he's committing turnovers, and I think that Kiko Alonso will continue to progress at that outside linebacker position. Now, a player that on the defense I really want to highlight is Jerome Baker, also Minka Fitzpatrick, because we brought those two guys in to sit back and be able to check the tight end. Primarily Rob Gronkowski, we ended up playing against the New England Patriots. That is going to be pivotal against this two tight end set with the Indianapolis Colts with Jack Doyle and Eric Ebron. Like, we gonna need to sit back and strap them up. I feel like Xavier Howard can handle T.Y. Hilton on his own, but yeah, those two tight ends, Jack Doyle and Eric Ebron, will be a serious issue for us in this game. Now, final score, I got us winning in Indianapolis 28-24. End up moving up 6-5 in the wild card race, and the Indianapolis Colts dropping 5-6. Let me know what you guys think. You know what it is. If you enjoy the content, please don't forget to hit that like and subscribe button. And also, you know what, I love to do these during Thanksgiving. Put in the comment section your favorite Thanksgiving dessert. It's how I know if somebody's actually watching the video in its entirety. This is GreatOne DeVore. I'm up out of here.